Yo, this is Coach CALI Sports Talk. I want to talk about the Raiders. Man, the Raiders just lost 10-22 to the Chargers. Man, wow. Gardner Minshew as a quarterback. Gardner Minshew threw for 25 for 33 for 257 yards and one touchdown. Herbert 17 to 26 for 144 yards and one touchdown. Wow. Dobbins 135 yards rushing, and a touchdown. And Z White 13 for 44. Man, that's wow. Um, Dude, I don't know if the Raiders are trying to tank the season for a quarterback, but that little deal where he threw the football and they went. The, Come on, dog. You got to get better control of the football. You know what I mean? And that was wild. So Raiders got some work to do on offense and defense, man. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I don't know, man. That little fumble he did today started to make me think of the card quarterback that the Raiders had. What's going on with that, man? Come on, Raiders. Let's go. All right, now Detroit and the Rams are 3-3. Oh man, Chicago won 24-17. Seahawks 26-20. KC 27-20. And then Philly the other day won 34-29. Mm. But anyway, I don't like how the Raiders look right now. I don't. We're gonna have to do better, man, at quarterback. But I'm thinking that they might be trying to tank the season to get a quarterback. There's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out this coming season. If Shador has a better year going forward from that Nebraska debacle, um, man, he'll be a good addition to the Raiders. I think. I think if they can pick him up, if he has a better season than what he had yesterday. Um, Speaking of that, the Colorado game, man, that was wild. That was wild. I was expecting more than that, man. They're gonna have to really evaluate the offensive line and shuffle the guys around a little bit because you can see that Benson is not comfortable where he's at. He's not comfortable, right? So and and Rock is not. He's not. That's position for him. He needs to be in the inside. I think he'd be more better on the inside than he would on the outside. Okay? Blocking. I think he'd be better on the outside. Benson would be able to block and pass block for Shador. He's taller. He don't have to move as he can move a lot faster that way. It's like Tyler Brown is kind of cluttering his space up. He should be in the inside. The center needs to go. They need to put either more stronger center. The center needs to go too. I think Seaton's good, and the other young man is good, but those three got to be switched around, and the center got to go. That's just my take on it. But also, Coach Prime, you got to run the ball, man. You need to take a page out of Nebraska and how they protected their quarterback so he wouldn't get exposed because he's a rookie. He's a young quarterback out of high school. They protected him with the run game. They did more running than passing. They set him up to pass. That's what you got to do with Shador in this game here, in the big game, on the college level. You got to run more to set up the pass. It's wild though. You know what I mean? Nebraska did their thing, man. I'm gonna look it up here. Let's see what the stats was. Um, Where's the Colorado game? Here we go. Scores. All right. Georgia 48 to 3. Tennessee Tech. What? Oh man, dude. USC. Yes, sir. USC. USC is got um, Michigan next, I believe. Man, we going to Michigan. We finna go there do our business there. We're gonna be 3-0. We are going to be 3-0 at USC. Yes, sir. When we go into Michigan, and they don't fix what they're gonna fix, man, we are going to be 3-0. Yes, sir. So my favorite team, born and raised in in South Central in LA. So I'm always been a USC fan. But I like other teams too as well. So I like I have a connection to Oklahoma because I got a lot of family in Oklahoma. So I like the Oklahoma Sooners, right? I like them. I like Colorado. I used to live in Colorado. So I lived in Denver for a year. So I have connections to those places, and that's why I root for those teams. Um, Now, I'm not a Bama fan, but I do have a daughter that's in the marching band. She's in the marching band at Bama. But anyway, let me go into this Colorado thing. Hey, congrats. Hey, congrats to the NIU coach, Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois um, head coach for, he's 2-0 now. Thomas Hammock, I think that's his name, Hammock. Thomas Hammock, the head coach who beat Notre Dame, all right, 16-14 in a close one. And he took a lower division team and beat a powerhouse school. Okay? And Coach Prime, this is what you gotta do, dog. You gotta do this. You gotta do this, man. And he did it with no flash, none of that. I didn't even know this guy was coaching there. But for who this guy is, but now I know who he is. So come on, Coach Prime. You got to do better than this. There's a lot of folks rooting for you, man, and your son. Boise should have won that game against Oregon. I don't know how they coughed that up. Here we go, Colorado stats. Oh man, I mean, now see. Where's the stats for the game? Okay, here it is. All right. So I got Colorado up now. Okay, I got Colorado up. So they lost 28-10. Now, check this out. Shador Sanders he was 23 for 38, 244 yards passing, one touchdown, one NIT. That interception was crazy. But they should have been trying to run the ball out instead of trying to pass. Dylan Raiola, 23 for 30, 185 yards passing and one touchdown. Come on, dog. And I'm gonna say this. I got something to say about this too, right? Hayden had 32 yards, and Dowdell had 74. Hunter had 110, and Johnson had 49. Dude, you should have been running Hayden more. Like, really using and abusing Hayden. Uh, Micah and Augustus. Like, when your defense struggled because of the fumblerooski stuff that was going on with the offensive line and Shador getting sacked 5 to 6 times, right? I mean, your defense was trying to hold you guys down. And in that third and fourth quarter, whatever that defense is, whatever that lineup is, Coach Prime, you need to keep that lineup. Whoever that third quarter and fourth quarter, right? Whoever the third and fourth quarter is, defense lineup you guys had, y'all need to keep them as the starters because they shut down Nebraska the rest of the game. They shut down Nebraska the rest of the game. Whoever that lineup is, you need to have that lineup from now on. And then have the other players rotate. Because whoever that lineup is that you had out there, and I'm going to go look. I'm going to go rewatch the game. But, because I always rewatch the games. I not study. So, whatever that lineup is, keep it. Because they're going to save your season. They're going to save your season if you can get your offense right. That lineup you had in the third and fourth quarter, they shut down Nebraska run game, the pass game, everything. Those are your starters. Those are your starters. You found your starters. Offense, man, you're going to have to fix that. That offensive line, and you're going to have to run about 40% more. Like, you're going to have more set running plays. These schools are not trying to play with y'all. You're going to get your son killed out there on that field. Run more plays to save your son's season and yours. You got 3 running backs. I mean, really, I know you got about 6 of them, right? We know you got about 6 of them just from the videos. But in the videos too, you had the guys in the other. You had Benson on the outside. Why is he now on the inside? Is it because of his arm? What is it? Okay, so I don't know, man. I'm just floored how that went down. Like there was many times where you should have just ran the ball. I thought y'all was gonna run it, and you faked the run. You faked the run. I mean, you faked the run to set up the pass, and I was like, pass again? It didn't work. You didn't have the protection. You didn't allow your offensive line to get a rest from pass protection because you're trying to allow your son to shine. I understand. We all understand that. But at the same time, let them running back shine. That's why you got them. Treat them like they Travis Hunter or something. Them running backs, man, you got are some beasts back there. Use them. From the videos we seen, but we know you're there with them every single day. But at the same time, it's like us as fans watching these videos and then watching y'all playing the game and what we're seeing in the videos, we're not seeing in the game. Man, we gotta do something about that, Coach Prime. Come on, man. We're rooting for you, bro. You know what I mean? Rooting for you. And I am a USC fan, but I was a Jackson State fan watching you. Okay? I also like Jackson State. I like that. I don't like the quarterback play they got going on right now at Jackson State. I don't. And they just beat a Lamar or something like that, Lane College or something like that. That's a small school, and they beat the brakes off of them. Nobody cares about Lane. I want to see, you know what, getting off of Colorado a little bit, I like to see HBCUs build their programs up like Coach Prime was trying to do, and do what this coach Thomas uh, Hammock Hammock just did and beat Notre Dame. We got to see the HBCUs do the same. We're tired of seeing this mediocrity, like Alabama A&M, and I'm a fan of Alabama A&M as well. Okay, and as a fan, do I want to see them get blown out 70-3 or 70-0 by an Auburn team? No, they're not built to beat the play at Auburn because you're not putting the money in to do it. So why line up a school like that just to get the money? Okay, I understand. We understand. But what do you think it do to those kids? Y'all just using them like that. To me, that's you're not trying to win no games for real. So I don't know. That's just my take on the HBCUs, man. I love the HBCUs. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see the HBCUs be more competitive. Go out there and get them players like they were afraid to when Coach Prime. That's the reason why Coach Prime had to go on to a bigger thing because the South was getting mad. Them schools were getting upset that Coach Prime was getting all those kids going to those HBCUs too. Them big programs were upset that them HBCU players was getting all them type of players. going to Jackson State and looking at some of these other schools now, the HBCUs, wanting to go back to HBCUs. Them PWIs wasn't trying to have that. So he went on to Colorado. But you can't, with Coach Prime, he can't run this team here like he did at the HBCU level. For one, he he knew that on the HBCU level, the quarterbacks in the HBCU are wouldn't nowhere near his son's caliber. None of them. None of them were. So I feel like when he went to Colorado, I just feel like, man, you can't run that same style of offense that way. You not like how you did in the HBCUs where you can just throw all over the field because they weren't. Then the HBCUs weren't prepared for stuff like that. Not like that. They're not. They not. They wasn't equipped. The athletes wasn't the same. So I don't know. That just I tell you like this though. With Colorado, if Colorado loses this Colorado State game, oh man, Coach Prime, you got to get it together because man, if y'all lose that game, oh my God, they gonna oh man, it's finna be bad if you lose if Colorado loses that Colorado State game. This season gonna be over with. And I hope not. I don't want to see it, but man, that fan base gonna turn on them real quick. Gonna turn on them. I mean, they got a track record up there for firing coaches within 1 or 2 seasons up there at Colorado. They don't care about. They'll fire a coach up there quick if things ain't rocking and rolling right up there. That's one thing I do know. And they didn't have plenty of black coaches up there at Colorado. Plenty of black coaches up there as head coaches. So it ain't no excuse about none of that. Coach Prime, he's got to run the ball, the freaking ball. He's got to run the freaking ball. He's got to. Just like USC, right? Just like USC. Same thing. USC, they didn't put pressure on Miller Moss. They let Miller Moss get into a flow. But how they did it, they went with the running games. Even with LSU, they played LSU, and it was a close game. And they were down. They came back and won that bitch. And they ran it with the running game. The running game won them the game. Come on now. Now USC is 2-0. Gonna be 3-0 after the Michigan game. We're gonna be 3-0 after the Michigan game. I'm telling you. Miller Moss. Let me go to USC real quick. Let's see, USC. Where is that? All right, so USC, LSU. Let's see. All right, so USC 48-0. Miller Moss 21 for 38, 229 yards, one touchdown. B Barnes 18 for 27, 103 yards, one touchdown. Only gave up as a defense. We only gave up 54 yards of rushing. Um, so McCray 81 yards. Let me see the full box scores. Where's the running backs? Rushing yards. Uh, now they didn't have very many. Actually, they didn't have very many running yards. Let's see. Receivers, running backs. Oh, Woody Marks had 103 yards. Was that number zero? Is he number zero? I gotta look and see if he's number zero. But hey, whoever that number zero, the running back, man, what? Let me see all the wide receivers. Oh, wow. What Muhammad get? Muhammad, Jamil Muhammad. I know his father. Yeah, I know who his father is. I've talked to him several times. I just went to James Clemens' game. Matter of fact, high school out here in Alabama. Uh, James Clemens, right? They played a high school. What is it? Bob Jones. Man, I'm telling you, this high school game I went to the other day was packed. And now I'm gonna tell you that it's two what you call well-off schools. These two schools, and James Clemens. People, kids that go to James Clemens, man, their parents got money. Same thing with Bob Jones, right? And man, what mostly engineers and doctors and lawyers, stuff like that, kids go to those schools or work for the government, something like that. So anyway, the game went back and forth, man. It was a very good defensive battle between James Clemens and Bob Jones. And man, James James Clemens was winning like 21-7 or something like that at halftime. Bob Jones came back when at within the fourth quarter was leading 31-20 something. Then James Clemens marched down the field and scored a touchdown. So it was a good game to watch. Man, that I mean, I got video footage of it, and the stadium was packed. I mean, packed. And it's a small stadium. It's not very big, so there wasn't a lot of seating room. So you know, Alabama need to start looking at building stadiums like Texas for real. Anyway, but yo, let me get back to this USC thing. USC, like I said, won 48-0. And hey man, we're getting ready to move on. Let me see what we're getting ready to move on. What's the schedule look like? So we got Michigan next, and then Wisconsin. So we're at Michigan, and then Wisconsin is coming to us, and then we go to Minnesota. Then Penn State comes to us. Um, Maryland, Rutgers. Oh yes, yes sir. Man, we're going to be meeting Nebraska. We're going to be playing Nebraska. They're coming to us. Yes, sir. They're coming to us. I can get my get back on Riola. We got to get them. Our defense, we can shut Nebraska down. We're different. We're different from Colorado. Lincoln Riley offense is going to get down the field. We're going to run that ball on them. Let's go. We're going to go. Hey, and then we got UCLA and Notre Dame. All right. So, what's the roughest patch? I think, to me, I think Penn State might be a tough one, but I don't know if they really got a good quarterback. You know, um, Washington may be tough. I don't know what their record is, Jack. I gotta look that up. If we, like I said, I think we got a good. I think this is a good flow. We won. We beat LSU 27-20. Utah, we already knew that was going to be a track meet. Michigan, we go to their house and run a track meet over there and shut them down on defense, dog. We got to do it. Then we go. Then Wisconsin come to us. We should beat Wisconsin. We should beat Wisconsin at home. Then we go to Minnesota, but Minnesota can be tricky. Now Minnesota has good defense. They never really have a good offense. Never really. Penn State always have a great defense. Always some suspect at quarterback, but always have a good running game. Maryland, don't know nothing about them yet. Rutgers, I've seen they won um, some games. Washington, don't know, but we do know about Nebraska. So UCLA, I don't think they're going to be a challenge. Notre Dame depends on how they finish their year, um, where they be a challenge for us. But man, um, that Nebraska game, I can't wait to get that. But anyway, um, let me see. I want to see Colorado's schedule real quick. Go back to their schedule. Let's see. Let's see. Go back here. Go back here. All right. So I got Colorado's schedule up here. So uh, they got Colorado State. That's a winnable game. Tickets might go down after that Nebraska game. The tickets might drop seriously, but it depends on what they do. Uh, oh man, so this is who they got. They got Colorado State, Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utes, Utah, and Kansas. Oh, and Oklahoma State. Wow, wow. Um, Winnable games for Colorado. This Colorado State game. Let me go see what they've done so far. They've won one and lost one. So, dog, they beat North Colorado 38-17. They lost to Texas 52-0. Oh man. Oh my God. So it's funny. Let me see their schedule, man. So what did Colorado State have? So Colorado State has got to play the Colorado Buffs, of course. UTEP, Oregon State, San Jose State, Air Force, New Mexico, Nevada, Wyoming, Fresno State, and Utah. That's crazy. Uh, they're not gonna win that. They're not gonna win that. I don't see it. But you know what's funny? People want to get on me about Sean Lewis. Did you see his score? He had a goose egg yesterday. Same offense that they're running now for Shador. The same offense. They didn't switch the offense up. So you kind of can tell it's the same offense that they were running last year under Sean Lewis, right? But without the choice routes. He knows where he's throwing it to. So I'm like, man, I don't know. Uh, Let me go back to Colorado real quick. So I think Baylor is a winnable game. I think UCF can be a winnable game because Jefferson is not a good quarterback. He's not. He's not an accurate passer. He can run, but Jefferson is not a good quarterback. If you watch him, he messes up more in the game than look good. Jefferson. So this UCF game, going to UCF, that's a winnable game for Colorado. Okay, Baylor game, winnable. Colorado State, they should blow them out. They should be blown. They should blow Colorado State out. Okay, but if they don't, he's gonna get fired, man. And if he don't do it, man, if Coach Prime don't win this Colorado State thing, they might throw the whole thing under the bus, dog. I'm rooting for Coach Prime. I am. I'm not against Coach Prime at all. They got Kansas State. That's going to be a tough game. Arizona game. What is Arizona? They 2-0. They play New Mexico State and Northern Arizona. Oh man, that was a close one. Dang. Um, I don't know. Look like Arizona might be winnable. Cincinnati is a winnable game. What did Cincinnati do? Let me see. They lost to They won beat Townsend 38-20, and Pitt 28. They lost to Pitt 28-27. Houston they look bad against um Oklahoma. They almost beat Oklahoma. So they got Colorado State, Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah, and Kansas. They can beat Kansas. Utah, I think they can beat the Utes too. I think they can beat the Utes this year. Uh, and if they keep Shador upright, I think they can. If they run the freaking ball, I'm almost about to have a rant like the LSU coach CALI and bang the table. Cause he man, that was a bad sport right there. That coach, when he lost against us, yo, he was being a poor sport, a bad sport, for real. He was being a bad sport because um, you lost to one of the best teams in the country. That's why. Yeah, USC, fight on, baby. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. And last year we struggled on defense, but man, that Deanne Lynn, whatever his name is, he's really um, done wonders with that defense, man. So shout out to that brother there. But anyway, man, I'm looking for USC to be 3-0 and Colorado to win this next game. Um, now, um, I ain't got time today, but maybe tomorrow or so I'll come on and I might do like my favorite, who I think is gonna win this week. Some games and stuff like that. But anyway, yo, that's my take for this time. This is Coach Cali Sports Talk. Yo, this is my first time going live and everything like that. Please, y'all, give me y'all support. Like and subscribe to my channel, man, and everything like that. Okay, deuces. Let's see how we do this. Now, how you end it? How you end the live? I'm trying to figure out how to end the live. How you end the live?